warning before we start. Deadbeat deals with topics around estranged family members and very blended families. Some topics will get very deep and personal. There will be some colorful language. Some content may be triggering. Please take care. We are recording this show on Treaty 1 lands, the original territories of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, Lakota, Dene peoples, and the homeland of the Red River Métis. Good evening, and thank you for joining me for episode 2 of Deadbeat, the podcast where you help me find my dad. I have received some great feedback on episode 1. Thank you again to anyone who took the time to give it a listen. The one piece of advice I got about going forward with the podcast that really stuck with me was that I kept apologizing and I kept worrying too much about the bad stuff that may come of this. In the first episode, I kept saying sorry in case things got dirty or messy. In this piece of advice, the person said to me, quit apologizing and quit worrying about the dirt. The dirt is what will make this great. The podcast and the journey in general are probably going to get messy at some point. But from here on in, I feel I owe it to you, the listener, and me, to see it all through, the entirety of it, no matter what. My goal is to find my dad and talk to him. I have 100 different conversations and scenarios that are playing out in my head when I consider meeting him. But we are going to get through this. Try not to judge, and we are going to try to embrace whatever happens, whoever this person turns out to be. We all know life gets dirty, life gets messy, but we see it through. That is the difference between bend and break. This is tough. This is emotional for me. It has not been easy, even to start this podcast. In this episode, I talked to my cousin Holly, who was in grade 9 in 1978-1979. She was there, right in the thick of it. I want to talk to her to see what she thinks. My cousin Holly lives pretty close to me, so I walk over to her house with my recording equipment in hand. I get to her place and her dog Luger greets me. Luger is a great big dog. He looks like he means business, but he's really a teddy bear when you get to know him. Holly has a couple cats roaming around. The table's set for us to record. She also has some notes and yearbooks out, ready for our trip down memory lane.
It's supposed to be quiet around here. Yeah, we're doing an interview. Yeah, do you want to go outside?
I always forget, this is Raven, this one?
That's Sparrow.
Sparrow, that's it.
Yeah, Sparrow.
Why do I have such troubles? Oh yeah, I can tell the difference now.
No tail and tail.
Oh yeah, the tail. And the eyes, eh?
Okay, so you're on the go here?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay, the reason why I took this out.
Let's see.
What year were you born in?
1979.
That's the reason why I took this out.
Hey,
I was in grade 9
Oh,
in 1979.
We're setting the scene here.
We're setting the scene. I was in grade 9.
So Holly has a yearbook out from
Nest Junior High.
This year. So you'd be a senior at Nest Junior High,
Yeah.
or what? Like
Yeah.
you're the
senior.
all-star, the senior. Let's just see a couple pictures. Like what's,
Well,
1979
here,
look like?
look at, there's our group, and I'm right here.
Oh wow.
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of us walking out of the front schoolyard.
A lot of bell bottoms there.
Yeah.
Adidas was still big.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't studying.
Hey kids.
Hey kids.
Like
so okay, there's my age. Here's my picture. Look at how young I was.
Oh, yeah.
It says Holly likes to be lazy and chew gum, but will work to become rich. She likes volleyball and badminton.
Oh.
Okay, still like chewing gum. I am still lazy. I'm definitely not rich. I would play volleyball, and I love badminton still. So there you go. Good. Okay, and I thought I'd show you one more. Like I was a sporty.
Everyone's hair is so wavy.
Varsity basketball team or volleyball team.
Oh wow!
I had a terrible perm. I'm going to tell you, I had no boyfriends.
That's actually like one of the only times you sort of look like a real Sanitz to me there, like on the grandma side there.
We won't go through that anymore, but that's where I was. There's my artwork.
Oh wow!
You know, I was in grade 9 when you were born.
So were you like a mature grade 9 or a young grade 9? Would you say?
I think it was like one of the cool kids that come in the front cover, man.
Like by the time I was in grade 9, like I was already an adult in my head, right? Cool kids.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was queen one time. I was.
Like
I had the king and queen.
Or something queen like this?
Yeah, I don't know if it was in grade 7 or 9. There was always like that, like that, not the Freshy Days, was it Spirit Week? Oh yeah, my Valentine in 1979. Look at King and Queen. I was queen. Look at how young.
Oh wow. He's got some goggles there too, eh? Some shades.
Ed Winters.
Eddie.
Ed.
Eddie must have become a model.
Pretty cool shades, eh?
Really cool. Everyone's got so much hair. Do you know a lot of these people now anymore?
I do and I don't, I lost all my friendships from
It's hard to keep in touch with people.
Yeah. But I was popular.
Yeah, you're in everything.
I hit the queen.
And a little bit of everything.
I hit the queen at...
Little sports,
They announced it over the PAs of the... Yeah, at school, right? Everyone's in their classroom. They announced it.
That's cool. I think I got my grade 11 and 12 yearbook maybe somewhere, but...
So that's what I wanted to show you, where I was at.
Good.
When you were born.
I was
in grade 9, not dating anyone because I was had the perm.
So as far as like in your bigger family, just is my mom older than you? Or? Yeah, she is.
Yeah. She's definitely a year older, if not 2.
Oh yeah. So, but there were like a lot of you the same age, in that group. Like when. Like set the scene as
like when we used to go. Okay, so. My father and your grandmother are brother and sister. There was a family of 6 siblings, and they would all get very together.
Close.
Yes, very close. They would always, do Christmases and stuff together, go camping together. And each brother and sister took care of, the brothers took care of the sisters, let's say, right? Made sure everyone, your grandma and your grandpa were fine,
I'll show you a picture to that right away that I found on the weekend, or I'll show you a picture. But all the cousins were really tight?
Yeah. There was lots of cousins, so we were all tight. Like, there's Gail, Marlene, me, Shannon, Todd.
Everyone's kind of the same age,
Louise,
too, eh? Like
and
it was all...
Cheryl, and Shannon, and Gail, and me, and Todd. We're all the same age.
So it was...
and who did I miss? Marlene's in there, too.
There's people, for sure you'll miss. But everyone, it was kind of like very much everyone in tune with everyone's families and going-ons, would you say?
Oh, yeah. We were a very close-knit family, I'd say, at that time. Like, we always spent celebrations together, and, there was always a Christmas party at Uncle Jerry's house.
Gotcha. And also, probably just like any family, with all the good talk, there was probably a lot of, like, hey, did you hear what this person was up to, or what would happen if stuff like Shannon coming home pregnant? What would that go?
Okay, well,
something like that.
Okay, let's just go figure this out, right? Like I am in grade 9 when you were born, so which meant she already had a son in what? I'm grade 8 or grade 7.
Yeah.
Because how old is your brother more than you?
A year older.
A year older. Exactly. So grade 8. She's having a child. I believe my cousin Gina in grade 8 was having a child.
Wow.
So it was like those country girls.
Oh, yeah.
Were a little bit more...
And how did the...
experience than what the city girl was.
Gotcha. So maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The other thing...
Well, it was shocking to it was shocking to think that these girls were pregnant. Obviously, people usually got married, right? It was a standard. You go to school, you graduate, you get married, you have children. That was the standard of those days. And okay, why is that? Okay, your mom had the older sisters. Just going back to the thing, you lived your grandparents, who I always mistakenly call them as your mom and dad on occasion.
Which everybody does.
And everybody does because they were a very functional family, and they were living in the golden years, like them going camping and them playing music and stuff like that. Everyone that was a lot of fun.
Everyone had pretty good jobs.
They had a good family community. So it was good times.
Like, nobody's probably horking rich, but nobody's poor.
No, nobody's horking rich. Nobody's poor. They're doing stuff. They're going out to the lake. They're camping. They're going out to socials. They're doing this and that.
So, so let's get past the Daryl thing, I guess. Unless you had any other notes to that.
No. We can keep going on.
So I even have trouble now that I'm a parent. Like, okay, my baby girl can drop a child on me at 16. We'll work through it, right?
Yeah.
We'll get through it, honey. We'll get through it. But then kid number 2 drops, like, as soon as you barely can deal with kid number 1. So Shannon has her baby, and then she's pregnant with me, or I don't know. Tell me what that time was like.
Then
from a different
I guess
perspective.
I don't remember the day, but I do remember meeting the third Daryl. Right, Daryl, the first boyfriend. Then there's Daryl the baby. Now there's Daryl the boyfriend again, and just very, very vivid memory. What were we doing? I have no idea. Right, I'm out in Piney or something. Right, for a weekend and hanging out doing something, some kind of, it's got to be some kind of party going on with the parents. And I meet this guy, and I remember him being, red checkered jacket or lumber jacket, lots of black hair, tall, jean jacket. That's it. The other Daryl.
So this is Daryl number 2. This is supposedly suspect number 1 in our list here.
Yeah, suspect number 1. Yeah, Daryl.
So,
that was the next Daryl, hence the jokes of the Daryl, oh my God, right?
So see, I don't even know, like, honestly, maybe it's sad, but we'll go. I don't even know, like, if my mom and him went out for 2 days, 2 months, if they were one night stand.
And that, you know what, I have no idea either.
But you've kind of, they were involved enough that he would be hanging out on a weekend with the family. So, but that's not uncommon. Everybody kind of hung out.
I guess so. Or where did we meet him? I can't. That was 42 years ago. Are you 42?
And the reason I came to you most is because you're kind of like me. Like, some of these memories, they stick out like that. Like
that one very sticks out.
Like, why do you have a memory of that guy?
I don't know.
It's weird, eh?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it was meant to.
The dark hair, like, your genetics, obviously, you got from your grandfather. So and you can be sure of that. You're the only one that's musically inclined in your family.
This is kind of true, yeah.
So if you wonder where you got the bald head and the music from, you look.
Grandpa.
Thanks,
Grandpa.
Thanks. Well, you got that. So the man that I met with the tall, lots of dark black hair or whatever. How old was he at that time? Any 19-year-old's got a full head of hair, right?
And see, I don't even know that.
And he would have been a young man.
So did it feel like he was older or younger?
Oh, those people.
Oh, so he'd be a few years older than Mom? Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Or not that he's a few years older, but your mom was older than me, so he would have been around the same age.
Okay. Like, so he wasn't like
those guys were old. Those guys were older than me.
So he was probably around my mom's age.
I think so.
A few years.
I think what you could try and do is, where did those people go to school? Where did that guy go to school? Let's go find a yearbook.
His yearbook, yeah.
Because there's got to be archives.
See, now you're talking. And this is good. This is an episode. Yeah, this is good.
Like, I really think you should try and find your mom's yearbook. Like, did she meet, like, where do you meet these people? In school? And there's only how many schools out that way?
Yeah.
One?
Yeah. Or, it's weird. It strikes me, these are all assumptions, which is sometimes weird. It just strikes me like he was sort of a city guy. Like, he's all, I don't.
I don't remember where, where I was when,
And if he's North End,
I'm meeting the next Daryl boyfriend.
Yeah. So then, like, it must have just been like a blink and she was pregnant again. Though.
Yeah, it was like, holy, and then now, like, with another man, and then the story would definitely be cut off, because I think the next time I ever saw you were 2 years old in the camper with Ivan, and you were playing on his mandolin, and it was I looked at you and you're like plucking in, and I said, oh, he's learning young, eh? Yeah, your grandpa was pretty proud. And you kid, right? Like, you're a little kid.
And that's about the timeline. Yeah, like 2, he says, is when I went to move with them.
Yeah.
I go through it and
I'm going to play this for you.
Okay.
Okay, and it all pertains to... I'm going to come back to my position.
Okay.
Okay. Your mom is dating Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
She has a baby and she names him Daryl.
Yeah. I think this is what we are calling the episode, by the way. Hey? Did I tell you this yet? I'm pretty sure we're going to call this episode, At Least They Didn't Call You Daryl.
At least they didn't.
That's what I'm going to call this episode.
I'm going to have to find my history.
Oh, Larry. I know where you're going. Newhart. Right? So, yes, I thought if this easily could have been me, right? This is where we're going with this?
Yes.
So, Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
Daryl and Daryl.
Was a classic sketch on a show called Newhart.
Bob Newhart. Okay, this is it. Okay, so the three guys come walking in.
Yeah.
Ladies at the desk. Just frightened.
Oh, yes. Dick, the gentlemen are here. Hurry, okay?
Oh, boy. Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
I thought that was going to be my life. Just like the Newhart show.
Okay, so...
Just like Bob Newhart. So I thought, yes.
This is the show that's going on. So Shannon has her boyfriend Daryl, which was a very nice man. I remember him, standing off the bus and then painting the bus in Dugald. Like, he was working with my dad and your grandpa.
So Daryl and Shannon were sort of an item?
They were a couple.
Oh, for a while?
For a while, yeah.
Oh,
and he was keeping her...
in check.
In check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yes.
So I've never actually known. I've heard they were together, but I don't know.
We were having. They were painting the bus out in Dugald, and he was on the roof helping with your grandpa and my dad. And
so he would have probably only been 16 or 17 himself or something.
Yeah.
Eh?
So he was, in the picture with her. And then, I don't know what happened.
I don't know that much either. I just know he doesn't talk to my brother, Daryl.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I know.
Okay.
Maybe that'll be season 2.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So, then, things didn't work out. Now she's with another guy named Daryl. And here's where the joke comes in of, oh my God. And she's pregnant, going to have another child.
With another guy named Daryl.
With another guy named Daryl. And I was like, oh my God, I hope they don't name him Daryl. Like, because we're watching Newhart all the time, right? So the joke was,
Larry,
before
Daryl,
you're
Daryl.
becoming, sorry, we were already making jokes about you.
No,
I was already making jokes about you.
I love that show growing
Yeah.
up. Like I loved Newhart, and every time I watch that bit, I love that bit. Those guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
And I would always think like, fuck, that was almost me. Like,
You're almost
if I had one more brother named Daryl and they called me Larry, that could have been me. Like how hillbilly, right?
And people are famous. Like how many people are named? Like you've got a couple Randys in your family.
Yeah.
There's couple Daryls. Like
like there's lots of names.
There's lots of duplication. And
the only thing I ever heard about my name was Maurice, maybe. But my grandma saved me. She said, "You're not calling him Maurice.
Oh, God, no.
He's not a Maurice."
No. When they called you Travis, we were all pleasantly relieved.
So
it's a very nice name.
So something happened. We're not too sure. All this I can hopefully talk to Mom about.
Okay, so I did meet Daryl. So the first Daryl.
He's in the picture when Mom's having my brother, or do you remember this era?
No, I think that Daryl would have been probably just born.
And they broke up or whatever.
They would have broken up shortly or thereafter, him being born.
I don't want to go too much down that.
And Daryl looks like his dad.
Yes.
Like I do remember Daryl's dads.
Again,
maybe it's that fear of they'll come after you for money.
It was
so if you own up to it, then you're gonna right? If you own up to it, you're gonna owe.
Yeah, I just feel bad.
And that's kind of sad that women do that to men, right? Or put that fear into men.
Yeah.
And that's sad that men are feared of that and break away from a relationship from their kid.
And a lot of times you can see why men are fucking goofs too, and like it's just a dumb game. It's a weird game we play.
It is a dumb game.
It is super weird.
That's got to be an awfully weird.
It's weird. Just weird shit.
Weird sensation to have to not know who your dad is, but ponder on. There's people out there that you're related to.
That's weird, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, we probably all have relatives we don't know, but like direct siblings like that.
And do they think the same as you? Do they think, hey, I could have a brother out there or sister? Have they met them all? Like, we've all seen those family reunions when,
What if somebody's listening to this podcast and they haven't pieced it together?
Well, maybe they will hear
That'd be wild, eh? That's what I'm hoping, but I don't know.
It'll come together one day.
Maybe it'll come together.
I think, it's like Rome wasn't built in a day. This little story is not going to come to a head until you find out all the pieces of it. And my piece is very, very small.
I've struggled with why I'm even, like, I don't know why I've never cared too much. Like I like I always said, I had someone there for me. Got raised by my grandparents, so I just thought, like, what are you gonna find out? What are you gonna know? But I mean,
it's a curiosity.
It's like
it's a curiosity.
It's definitely
I lost my phone somewhere in this house. Let's go back to that. October 11th.
I've heard about this.
2020,
what happened to the phone?
2020, yeah.
We'll do a podcast about the phone next.
There's a black hole in this house for sure. So, losing the phone, I still have that curiosity. I have not stopped looking. How many years are we going to go on with this?
Yeah.
So, as simple as a silly phone, of course you're going to wonder who your father is. Who's the other half of that? Like, who's the seed?
Do you think it's natural to, I'm just, I'm nervous on who I'm going to meet. Do you think that's totally natural?
Oh, definitely. And it's going to be a bit emotional too, because, you're hoping to have embracement and rekindle the loss. But you fear further neglect, I suppose, or further distancing.
Not to sound like a snob, and then that's why I ask myself, why the hell are you doing this? It's almost the opposite for me. It's like, more family to deal with. I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, okay, I meet this guy, we go have a coffee, paternity test, whatever we do. We find out 100% you're my dad. What now?
Okay, but you could use it on... You could look at it as needing it in a medical sense, is the guy have heart issues? Does he gonna have Parkinson's disease? Do you end up with dementia? And those are reasons to want to know biologically where you came from.
Yeah. The only question, I think, and I don't want to become some spokesman for kids that don't know their dad, but the only fucking question I think every kid like me has is, why didn't you fucking come and see what was up?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come find me? Why didn't you come?
And that's an answer you got to ask directly. And is it because you don't want to have to deal with that broad? Or
probably, yes,
there's that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
There's the I don't have any money. Right.
Yeah, money's a big thing, right?
Money's a huge thing, right? That's
especially
people do crazy things based on having no money or having a lot of money,
or the fear of losing whatever you got. Yeah.
Exactly. So, so that's already two strikes.
Yeah.
And perhaps responsibility.
Yeah.
Tops the other two, in the sense that maybe I like going to the bar. Like, I don't know this guy. Is he a guy that was at the bar every weekend and romancing the stone with other people? Right.
Yeah. There's some evidence there for that.
He's a gigolo. Let's say if he was a gigolo, who would want to stop that lifestyle? Right.
And if he had a couple other people knocked up, he might really be, oh man, they're all going to come after me.
Yeah, that's a big responsibility. He doesn't like any of them. He just wants to. He hasn't found his grass on the greener side. Young and stupid. Is he a person that is working, let's say, logging or something, that's so he's gone for 3 months out of...
You're not going to lock me down,
out of the summer or something. I have no idea, right? So did your mom split out a baby while he was out working up north or something?
So this will at least be interesting to find those answers out for sure.
Yeah. That's something that you gotta
track him down and see.
Well, you gotta ask your mom too. You've gotta actually...
That'll be the good interview.
You need to bear the apple and, ask the questions.
How do you think she'll react to an interview? Think she'll do it? Or how would you react as a mother? Your kids doing some podcasts? Like, I know you're not that mom at all.
You're a great mom.
and
no,
everything,
I'm not that great mom.
No, but say like, how do you think, Shannon, something like, do you think I'm cruel for doing this, first of all, or anything, or nothing like that, eh?
Well, you definitely have resentment towards your brother. Let's just get it that way.
And and a grudge. On episode 1, Jen pointed out there's a grudge here for sure. And I definitely, all I'm saying, I don't want this podcast to come off like that.
No.
Or anything, you know. Like, it's definitely not the point to...
Your mom's a sweetheart and all in all, right? Like, our side of the family. There's another thing. You asked Jen, like, you know, are you the sucker or... No, you're not. You just have that sweetheart in you. And perhaps your mom's the same. She has that sweetheart in her, right? She was probably kind. Like, think of Megan. Megan is the sweetest, kindest sweetheart in the world. At $10, your mom's exactly the same.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of curious what I'll find out like that, at least.
Yeah, you know, I assume that it's Daryl. I've had this joke. I'll be awfully upset if it's not Daryl, because I couldn't have, you know, made a joke about Tim or Jim or whoever else it may be. But
so at least they didn't call me Daryl.
They didn't call you Daryl. They called you Travis.
That would
it was
be
a relief. Once again, it was a relief, and I remember it well. That I remember. Thank God she didn't call him Daryl.
I was talking about how like I'm going to pursue it like a true crime drama.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a mystery more so, because you don't know, right? You've got a few different cues and you need to make, I wanted to mention this, you know how they do on the true crime? Yes. You need to get the pictures out, right? You can put mine on there, you know, make the string, you've gone there. Now you're going to fish over to somewhere else. Yeah. And then you're going to have your empty lot, your empty space there, or like a frame with an empty space. You should make a mini flow chart ASAP.
It'll be
so you know you've hit on the information. You can gather your information on each one. You know, the only information I have is the guy was tall, he had black hair, lumberjack on. You know, I saw him once. There was a Daryl.
So there
is a Daryl.
So you're a witness to a Daryl.
There is a Daryl.
You're a witness to. That's a good witness. Like, you're probably the only other person.
There is a Daryl.
I don't know if, like, you're probably the only person I've talked to that met him.
Well, I don't know.
Other than my mom.
We're gonna get these yearbooks, and we're gonna find out someone who else went to school with her.
The yearbooks I like the school and everything, and there's probably in there.
Who was her chum at that time?
Yeah.
In 1979, she was in grade 10, 11, grade 12.
So it'd probably be a high school, probably.
We gotta find out.
We'll find this all out. We
need to find out.
In the next episode of Deadbeat, the results are in. We check out the results of my ancestry DNA test. This should be interesting. I also try to talk to someone who went through a similar search for their biological father. If you know anything that could put me in touch with any of my potential family, please email the show at deadbeatpodcast1979@gmail.com. Thank you for taking the time to listen.